Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran, 𝗂𝗇𝗃𝗂𝗂كُمْ, if the people of kufr, the kuffar, if they get power over you, يَكُونُوا لَكُمْ أَعْدَاءً, they're going to become your enemies. The moment that they have power over you, O Muslims, you're going to see that they're going to become hostile towards you. وَيَبْسُطُوا إِلَيْكُمْ أَيْدِيَهُمْ وَأَلْسِنَتَهُمْ بِالسُّوءِ, they're going to unleash their oppression against you, both through their actions and through their speech. وَوَدُّوا لَوْ تَكْفُرُونَ, and how they wish that you too become people of kufr. The problem that they have with Muslims is not that we are Palestinians. It's not that we are Arabs. It's not that we are Desis. It's not that we are black. The problem that they have with us is the iman that we have in our heart. Allah Azza wa Jal, through multiple expressions in the Quran, describes kufr as darknesses, and Allah describes iman as light. This is the nature of light. You could come in a room pitch black, and this is why kufr is described in the plural as darknesses. It takes one light in its singular to dispel all of that darkness. Darkness is always threatened by light, and the world of kufr understands this. Muslims, we don't realize the power of iman. We don't really appreciate the strength of iman. But the world of kufr understands this. Our iman threatens their kufr. The light that we have in our hearts threatens the kufr that allows them to reign free in the world, causing oppression everywhere. And this is why the entire world of kufr is united against the Muslims as we see today. The oppression going on in Palestine with our very beloved brothers and sisters in Palestine all across the Muslim world, no one's speaking up against it. They're united in their oppression against us. And as Muslims, I think this is one hadith that we have to pay very close attention to. Our beloved Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in a hadith Qudsi. Hadith Qudsi is that hadith in which the beloved Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, conveys the speech of Allah through his own words. He says that Allah said, "Man aada li waliyan faqad aadhantuhu bil harb." Whoever, Allah says, expresses enmity against my friend, I have declared war against such a person. Allah continues in this. Allah says, my servant does not become nearer to me, closer to me, through anything more beloved than what I have made obligatory upon him. The first step to become closer to our Creator, to become closer to Allah, is to ensure that we fulfill our obligations. And Allah continues that my servant there onward becomes closer and closer to me through nafil actions, through optional actions. As Muslims, let's not be Muslims who suffice with the bare minimum. Let's be people who engage in the optional actions. Allah says, then He continues to become closer and closer to me through nafil actions. And so much so that I love Him. فَإِذَا أَحْبَبْتُهُ كُنْتُ سَمْعَهُ الَّذِي يَسْمَعُ بِهِ. And when I come to love Him, I become the hearing through which He hears. I become the seeing through which He sees. I become the hand through which He strikes, the foot through which He walks. When He asks of me, I give to Him. When He seeks protection, I protect Him. This is the power of Iman. This is the strength of Iman. And the scholars explain this hadith. When we become people of fard actions and then go beyond that and become people of nafil actions, that's when we become closer to Allah. That's when we could have hope to become amongst the friends of Allah. And when we do that, everything that we do is going to have divine assistance. It's going to have divine aid. If we look at Muslim history, we didn't have the greatest armies. We didn't have the best of logistics. But when we were excellent in our iman, we saw the world transformed by it. Darkness was dispelled everywhere. Nothing is going to vanquish darkness like the strength of iman. And the strength of iman comes from being people of ibadah, people who pray 5 times a day, people who give in charity, people who fast, people who recite salawat upon our beloved messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The agents of darkness fear us not because of our numbers. They fear us not because of the wealth. Muslims are amongst the wealthiest in the world. They fear us because that light that we have that threatens their darkness. If our activism is not rooted in iman, in ibadah, the conditions are going to continue as they are. If we want to transform the world, do not underestimate the personal effort you put in to strengthen your iman, to increase your ibadah. And if each of us as Muslims do this, it's going to transform the world all over. Despite sitting in America, it's going to have an impact across the Muslim world. We have to be people of iman. We have to be people of ibadah. As we are in the days of Ramadan, let's pay attention to this hadith and keep it in front of us for the rest of our lives. May Allah Azza wa Jal bless me and all of us with tawfiq for the sake of His beloved messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam.